Hey guys, Mustang here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so I wanted to do a video highlighting this man right here, the physical WHIRUS, because now that the LR Super Saiyan 4's team is out, this guy is actually a really good pick to have on this team. I talked about in the 55% showcase how that team is going to get a lot better by the end of the anniversary, but at the moment some of its options are a little bit shaky because there's some units that don't have their Easy A's yet, and the categories are a bit more limited. Obviously, I feel like if we looked at the list of units, Fused Fighters and GT Heroes put together is a smaller category than Beyond Super Saiyan. So the any extra options you can get for the Super Saiyan 4's team is going to be good. So this guy's at full level 10 links. Obviously, he's on Fused Fighters, so he's on their 170 leader skill, not getting the 200% lead, but he's going to be very good on this team. I did use him in that 55% showcase. So he raises attack and defense for 1 turn on his super attack. So obviously that is very good. I gave him a bit more additional than crit, because if we can double super, that would be nice. But he changes tech and in orbs to physical. So obviously, remember, this way you're going to be feeding tons of physical orbs into the LR Super Saiyan 4's and getting that 24 key for them super easily, which means not only do they get that guaranteed additional super attack, but they're also getting effective against all types. He also gives fusion allies attack and defense 30% if you pick up 3 or more orbs, so he's providing them with a direct support buff. And then he has a high chance to dodge if you get 5 orbs. And he gets extra attack and defense when you get 7 orbs. So if you're using this guy as like a 3rd slot floating unit, he would be really good. Not just for the fact that he's providing all that support, but because he's getting that extra defense and everything. Like if you get all his orbs as well, not only is he raising defense on super, he's getting that 70% attack and defense on attacking if you picked up enough orbs. So he is potentially going to look really good. So I brought Cooliza on the team as well, because he's also a support unit for fusion characters. So he's supporting everybody else on the rotation. And then look at that, WHIRUS with a 3.7 million. Now, obviously he's not going to be hitting crazy numbers, but there's the dodge. So he didn't take any damage. And not only is he providing support directly with the actual 30% buff, but he's creating all of these orbs. Now, unfortunately, because of the starting rotations, we didn't actually have the LR Super Saiyan 4's on the turn with him. But since we didn't finish off Cell, how did we leave the landscape of the rotation? So we still have quite a few orbs here, so let's float you off. I guess we'll just keep my ones on rotation for now. So we'll grab these, and then these. I mean, we're going to kill him this turn actually anyway, aren't we? So it doesn't matter. So let's just go ahead and grab these. Because what I want to do is, you would use WHIRUS as a floating 3rd slot support, because that's his role on this team, right? Like I said, he gives you the direct support if you get 3 orbs, 30% attack and defense, and then he's also creating all of those physical orbs. But there was a turn, I remember, in the 55% showcase, and that's what kind of encouraged me to make this video, where he had no links active, and he still took double-digit damage from one of the bosses. We were in the Vegeta event. So if we put him in slot 1, he only has Shocking Speed active. He has 128k at the start of the turn. But look at all of these orbs that he's created for the Super Saiyan 4's. Or for himself, right? Because ideally, the way we would play out the rotation is we would do this. So we probably should just do this, to be fair. So we can grab all of those orbs with them. Boom. Full key. Now, they only have Shocking Speed active with him. But this friend, as you can see, is Rainbow. So let's see their performance, shall we? Now, obviously, it's not going to be as good as if they had a whole bunch of links active. But there's 7 orbs for you. So we've already now got the defensive buff. So 240k defense here. And then I guess we'll just grab these for you. So let's see. What kind of attack stat are they hitting? They are getting the support from Cooliza as well. So they are getting double support unit rotation. 4.82. Now, obviously, you have to bear in mind, that's them with only Shocking Speed active. And we saw in that 55% showcase that I did earlier, the difference between the 2 rotations, where one we had them linked up with LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and one we had them linked up with Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So the Gogeta rotation, they didn't have Saiyan Raw, and on the Goku one they did. And just that one link, because it's such a strong attack link, gave them such a massive buff to their attack. So this is what they're able to do with 1 link active. Now, that number might not seem impressive for a Rainbow LR, but yeah, when that's 1 link that's at level 3 active, So this is what I'm saying, is obviously in a normal setting, if you're trying to beat an event, like, you know, properly, you're not going to be putting WHIRUS on main rotation. You're not going to be putting him in slot 1. You're actually going to have a link partner for the Super Saiyan 4s. So I think what we'll do, actually, let's float off Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta here, because then we will get to see the rotation where we actually have them together. So let me double check. What was his orb changing again? Was it Tech and... yeah, Tech and In. Oh, well, we can't not get any of those. Okay. Well, we'll get those, and we'll leave all the Int ones at the bottom here. So if we do somehow manage to not take out Gohan this turn, then we're going to see the impact that he has on the battlefield on this next turn. Because that's the other thing that we've talked about in the past with some of these units, like the EZA base form Vegeta from the end of the Buu saga, is units that change a specific type of orbs are often way better than units that change a random type of orb, because you can actually plan ahead slightly for how you want the orbs to change. So now we know we left all those Int orbs at the bottom. If Gogeta doesn't take out Gohan here, we are going to have a very nice turn of physical orbs on the next rotation. So we didn't take him out, so let's see what we get here. So orbs change, look at that, Bosch. Then you can just go in slot 1. 357k defense. I mean, considering how easy this event is, I think we should just go ahead and transform Gogeta already. We could use the active skill here as well, I think. Yeah, but we won't. So we'll grab these. So 13 physical orbs. So you get all of that, and then you get your 7 orbs. So not only are you getting all your buffs, but you're also giving the support. So still only got 1 link active, 368k defense. And then let's go ahead and do this. So the next rotation comes around, we'll have the Int Gogeta. So then we can see the full impact of what this guy's going to look like with more of his links active, and then being provided all of those orbs. I mean, in slot 1, before he even gets to Super, he's still just taking double-digit damage from Gohan. And then a 6.1. Man, 6.1 million is him with 1 link at level 3 and some support. Imagine when he's linked up with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then you're getting that same rotation. Like, he is going to look absolutely ridiculous. So I think what we'll do is, once we've clicked the screen a million times to get through these guys, let's go for keeping you untransformed for now, because then we can get the guaranteed additionals and everything. So ideally I want to keep the Int orbs, because we know they're the ones that are going to change, but unfortunately we can't. So we can't keep the Int ones. We can keep the Tech ones. So if we grab all these AGL ones, that gravitates all of those Tech ones to the middle, and then that allows us to set up for WHIRUS again. So this next turn for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is going to look really, really good, because he's got the other Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta to link up with. Because originally when I put the team together, I was going to keep WHIRUS and Gogeta as a rotation, just to kind of show you guys how well he could do. But I don't really want to put WHIRUS in slot 1, which you could do and just gamble on the 50% chance to dodge. But he does get a lot of his defense on super attack. So the only problem is, if you take him into any sort of difficult content and he gets super attacked in slot 1 before he attacks, and then he doesn't dodge, then obviously he's going to take quite a lot of damage. So you don't really want that to, you don't want to get into that situation. So having him in slot 1 is probably not the best idea, but we would only have done that for the sake of like a showcase setting anyway. So the whole point of the video is that, you know, he's an option for you to run on this team, but you're not going to be running him in slot 1, right? So now we have Gogeta, we have our 4 links that he gets. He is going to get Kamehameha activate as well once we get Ki for him. But we have all of these physical orbs, so I guess we can just grab all of these and we'll see how the field resets here. We can get 4 orbs for you, like this, and then we can get 5 orbs for you, but it is enough to get the defensive buff. So that's going to put... Gogeta's going to jump up to around 330k. He's going to counter the super in slot 1. So now let's see what his attack stat is going to look like here, because this is Rainbow Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta with a full 24 key super, thanks to the support from WHIRUS. Yeah, 7.4 million. And remember, the Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta doesn't have Saiyan Raw. So this turn is easily over 8 million, probably even over 8.5 if we have a Saiyan Raw Super Saiyan 4 next to him. So Basically, all of that is essentially achieved by having the WHIRUS on rotation in order to provide him with all of those extra physical orbs. It just does so much for him as like a unit, right, to have all of those orbs to pick up. So we'll do this, and then unfortunately no super for you, but that's fine. There's a lot of in and tech orbs here. So that entire, apart from that bottom right red orb, that entire right side of the field is going to turn into physical orbs. So yeah, an 8.1 million here from my... He's got double support on this rotation, obviously, compared to the other one. But remember, this is my Gogeta at 55%. Absolutely just destroying Cell. Like, I mean, nothing on Global at the moment can stand up to the power of these Anniversary LRs. Like, obviously, we are still waiting for the extra stages of the Red Zone, but even the 4 that they've released so far, just, like, they can't stand up to the power of these Anniversary LRs. So we floated off WHIRUS, so unfortunately that means we don't get our orb changing. And look, you can see here, we managed to get the 18 key just because of how busted the Anniversary LR's like key mechanic is, but we only got to 19 key. So obviously WHIRUS, you can see, makes a pretty significant difference. And we are going to get the Dokkan attack here with the Rainbow Friend Gogeta. So will he one-shot him? We are getting 30% support from Cooliza, and we've got the links active with Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. We are at a 6.1 million attack stat, so although the friend is Rainbow, so we have the potential for crits and additionals just off of his hidden potential system as well. We only missed one node, so we almost have the full damage reduction, damage multiplication. So this should do quite a lot of damage here, especially if we do actually get a crit. 7.5, and then he's going to get the additional as well. 4.7 on his additional 12 key super. So yeah, there you go. I mean, WHIRUS on this team, I think, for me personally, I wouldn't say he's like a must run, like you have to run him on the team if you have him, but he just makes such a good third slot floating support unit because realistically, you're going to keep one of the LR Super Saiyan 4s on every rotation, right? You're just going to have them and a partner, and then support units pretty much is one of the most optimal ways to build their team. So if one of those units is WHIRUS, it basically guarantees that every time he floats into that third spot on rotation, you're going to be able to get a full 24 key super with the Super Saiyan 4s, and then they just let rip and do what they do and do a ridiculous amount of damage. And the best part about it is that WHIRUS is perfectly able to hold his own. So in events where dodge is disabled, then he could be at a bit more risk, but as long as you get the full orbs to get all of that extra attack and defense, and then he gets that defense on super attack effect, his defense actually is looking pretty good. So there you go. Do not sleep on physical WHIRUS as an option for your Super Saiyan 4's team. If you haven't done the hero, the Fusions EZAs, I believe it's one of the ones that's up all the time, so definitely worth doing. He is in the general pool, so you can get him from summoning on pretty much any banner. Unfortunately, that does mean if you don't have him, there's no specific way to actually get him now, although I believe the latest set of wish strips that came out on JP, which obviously we'll get later in the year for Global, he is in that pool of units that you can pick for free. So if you don't have him, it's worth thinking about for a potential future pick. So if you do have WHIRUS, let me know what your thoughts are down below, and let me know how you build your team for the LR Super Saiyan 4s. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.